I last got my colours done in August 2024 and I'm a true spring in the 16 colour season analysis. However, my favourite colour is orange, in particular a burnt orange, the orange that you see in autumn in the months of September and October when we see lots of pumpkins everywhere. The leaves start to change in colour and everything just feels a little bit more cosy and warm and nourishing and comforting. However, burnt orange is not in my season as a true spring. So what do? Do I throw away everything that I have in this colour? Do I vow to never wear this colour ever again? Do I instead force myself to wear an orange that is more aligned to a true spring? Or is there another option? Now, I am actually a big fan of colour analysis. I think it can be a great tool to empower people to wear colour and to encourage people to experiment with lots of different colours that they didn't necessarily experiment with before. However, it can feel limiting, especially when you find out that a colour that you love isn't in your colour palette. And when this happens, you might think, well, does this mean that I'm not allowed to wear a colour that I really love? So I see this quite a lot in colour analysis spaces. People say, I would never get a colour analysis done because what happens if somebody tells me that I can't wear black? And I think that language can be really quite limiting because colour analysis is not a set of rules that you have to live hard by. Like with any style system, it is a tool. It is something that you can either choose to bring into your personal style or you can leave it. And especially with colour analysis, I think people view it as very black and white. You either do it 100% and you only wear the colours in your palette, or you don't do it at all. And the point of colour analysis is to find colours that flatter you, that look best on your natural features. But colour is also quite emotional, and our favourite colours often tell us a lot about ourselves as a person. So for example, my favourite colour of this burnt orange, it's my favourite colour because I associate it with the autumn months, and autumn is my favourite time of the year. I love it. We are in July at the moment and I'm so excited, like I am every time this year, for the upcoming months. September, October, November, December. In my opinion, it is the best time of the year because you have Halloween, you have fireworks night, you have Christmas. The mood just shifts. For me, that time of the year is all about being cozy. It's about being warm, nurturing, comforting, being inside when it's raining outside and it's dark and you're under a blanket and you're watching a film. You're maybe watching something like Hocus Pocus or Practical Magic, something really nostalgic and really fitting for that time of the year. And when we think of the colours for that time of the year, we think of these warm browns, we think of forest pine greens, mustard yellows, and that burnt orange that is in things like pumpkins, like the leaves that turn. And I just really love that colour because I love that time of year. But you might really love black because for you it's a colour associated with power or rebellion or feeling in control or feeling untouchable or sleek and chic. Or you might really like a really soft lavender because it's serene, it's calming, it's comforting, it's quiet and tranquil. So your favourite colour often tells you a lot about yourself, who you are as a person, your inner world, even if it's not technically the most flattering colour on you and your features. So like I say, colour analysis is a style system, it's a style tool, it's something you can either choose to use or not use. So for example, for me, for Kibbe, I don't particularly use Kibbe, I find it a little bit confusing. So for me, that's a style system that I've kind of left behind, it doesn't serve me anymore. Colour analysis gives you a palette that contains colours that harmonise the best with you. They harmonise the best with your skin tone, your eye colour, your hair colour, your features. Colour analysis is a tool that is designed to optimise your appearance. If you wear colours that are in your season, you wear colours that are most in line with your features and that are in harmony with you. But it is a guide, it is not a strict set of rules that you absolutely have to follow or not at all. It is there to guide you and to give you a little bit of direction and a little bit of information. It is not there to dictate what you must and must not wear. So try to view it as a way to experiment with colour rather than to put you in a box and restrict you. So I've said that my favourite colour is that burnt orange colour because I really like the time of year that that colour is associated with. It makes me feel cosy and warm inside, it makes me feel really comforted, and it just makes me really happy. I feel like I'm smiling a lot even just by talking about that colour. I really do love the colour and what it is associated with. Now, when I first delved into the world of colour analysis, I was actually colour analysed as a true autumn, and that made me very, very happy because one, autumn is my favourite time of the year, and two, because at the time autumn, especially true autumn, was the colour season that I wanted to be assigned to. So when I thought great, perfect result, couldn't have asked for any better. I can wear the colours that I really, really love. Now looking back at it, I'm not sure if I actually even bought any burnt orange clothing. I will have to have a look at some photos, and if I did have any I will put some in this video here, but I did play with some burnt orange makeup, and I don't necessarily think that those colours look bad on me, but I now know that as a true spring these brighter kind of colours are better on me. They are more visually flattering because they are more in harmony with my natural appearance. Another colour that I really love is a deep magenta, so like a winter purpley pink colour. I love this colour because it is rich. To me, this is luxurious, this is expensive, this is indulgent, and I don't feel like this is a colour that you see very often. So when I do see it, I think, oh gosh, yes, that colour is beautiful. I love that colour. And in the past I have had clothes in this colour, I have also had lipsticks in this colour, and it has made me emotionally feel powerful and seductive and a bit sultry, very kind of womanly as well. But this colour is for winters, and winters are cool toned. I'm not cool toned, I'm warm toned. I'm true spring, so I'm very warm toned, and I realise now that that magenta shade is not the most visually flattering shade on me because it's not in harmony with my features. It clashes with my features and therefore it's not going to look the best on me. So although the burnt orange and the magenta are not a visually perfect colour on me, if we're going from a colour analysis lens, there's no denying that there are emotional connections that I have to these colours. The burnt orange because of my love of the autumn months, and then that magenta shade because of how rich and indulgent and luxurious it is. I am very jealous of a lot of the colours that winter get in their palette because I love a lot of them, especially the pinks. But how can you wear the colours that are not in your season? Now there's a few ways to do this. Firstly, we're going to look at placement. Now when you get colour analysed, quite often the advice that you are given straight away if you want to delve into the world of your new season is to wear colours in your season that are close to your face. So lipstick, blusher, necklace or a scarf, top, because the colours that you wear closest to your face will have the most visual impact. So we can kind of flip that on its head, and colours that are not in your season but you still want to wear them away from your face. So for example, black isn't in my colour season. I'm not really that emotionally tied to black. I can very much give or take black. But if I wanted to wear black, and if I was really quite emotionally attached to black and I didn't want to give up having black in my wardrobe, I can wear black shoes, a pair of black ankle boots. It's so far away from my face, it's at the bottom opposite part of my body. It's not on my head, it's on my feet. That is gonna make no impact on my face at all. Now if I'm wearing the rest of the outfit in my true spring colours, it might look a little bit off, but I'm still then able to wear black. I could do a similar thing with my trousers. I could wear black trousers. Burnt orange, I could wear burnt orange nail varnish. For example, this one here, which I think does still cross over into my true spring palette, but this one would absolutely be perfect for true autumns. This is a burnt orange copper nail varnish. It is beautiful. I absolutely love this shade. I'm so annoyed that it's limited edition and you cannot buy it anymore, but I'm not going to throw this away because it's not quite in my colour palette. I'm going to keep it and I'm going to wear it on my nails. it's away from my face. I can wear it on my toenails as well, so I can still enjoy that colour without it having an impact on my face. And that fuchsia colour that I love, if I can find a pair of high heels or a handbag in that colour, that's another way for me to enjoy that colour. Another way to wear colours that aren't in your season but you still absolutely love is to balance them out in your outfits. So those black trousers that I mentioned, what I could do instead is I could pair it with a coral jumper. I'm balancing a colour that isn't in my palette with a colour that is in my palette. That magenta colour that I really like, if I get something that has that in a print, then I'll make sure that the rest of that print is balanced out by having shades from my True Spring palette, so creams, golds, turquoise, warm purple in there as well, coral, melon, peach for example. As long as the rest of your outfit is in your colour palette, I don't see any reason why you can't enjoy a colour from outside of your palette. And then the third way is to have little tweaks within your outfit. So that colour that you really like, can you find a best alternative within your palette? So say like the colour you really love is a muted lavender, it's a cool toned purple, but you're a true spring or maybe even a light spring. Can you swap that muted lavender out for a lilac? You've still got the same sort of level of saturation, but the shade of purple is just a little bit brighter because it's a spring colour, but it's warm, so you're still within the right kind of colour family, but you just swapped it out for a shade that is a bit more flattering on you. Same thing for red, you might really enjoy a nice bright warm tone tomato red, but can you maybe swap that for something that is that little bit more neutral or cool toned, so you're still enjoying wearing a red shade, but it's just a red that fits into your palette a little bit better. If you don't want to do that, what you can also do is just look at your makeup, your jewellery, your accessories and wear those within your colour palettes. You can absolutely stick to your muted lavenders if it's not on your palette, or your warm toned reds if it's not in your palette, but wear makeup that is in your palette, wear jewellery that is in your palette. So if you're cool toned, go for silver, if you're warm toned, go for gold, and have accessories, shoes, bags, scarves, hats, sunglasses in your season as well, because that's just going to help to pull everything a little bit better together within your season while still wearing shades that aren't technically in your season. So I think it's important to be aware of our mindset when we think of colour and colour analysis, because people do very much view it as a set of rules that you have to abide by, and you have to only wear colours within your palette. If you stray outside of your palette, you've done something wrong. You can only wear this colour, you cannot wear that colour, and people view it as very strict, and it doesn't have to be strict at all. Like I keep saying, it is a tool. Use it as a tool for your own authentic style, not for aesthetic guilt. Like we've established, colour doesn't only serve to flatter and to harmonise a person. Colour is related to emotions, to mood, to your own inner world, and it's absolutely fine and allowed to wear colours that do not fit your colour palette but fit your mood, accommodate your own internal world and fit whatever type of emotion and experience you are experiencing that day. You can prioritise your mood for that day, you can prioritise how creative you are feeling that day instead of prioritising whether that colour fits your palette or not. Colour analysis is just one tool within your style toolbox. It can be a tool that you pick out every single day, or it can be a tool that you pick out on certain days or not very often at all. You get to choose your own rules when it comes to colour analysis. You can say, I absolutely love these certain colours within my palette, the rest not for me, I will pass, and I will bring in other colours from other palettes that I like because I just like the colour, but I also like the emotional connection that I have with them and how they affect my mood. A big part of colour analysis is wearing colours in your palette that make you look like the best version of you, that make you look in visual harmony, but sometimes we don't want to come across that way. That's not the intention that we're making with our style. Sometimes we want to make a big impact, we want a lot of drama, we want to have a little bit of a shock value perhaps within your appearance, and colour is a great tool for doing that. So it's absolutely fine to rebel against colour analysis, and you are in control of that. There is room within your style for rules and rebellion. There is room for you to follow colour analysis guidelines, but there's also as well room for you to rebel against them and make a different impact with your personal style. So for anybody that says, I don't want to get a colour analysis done because I don't want to be told what I can and can't wear, or I don't want to get a colour analysis done because what if they say I can't wear black anymore, or if I can't wear my favourite colours, only you are in control of that. It is absolutely up to you whether you take on board that guidance or not. Like we've established, colour can play a few different roles. It is there to provide visual harmony in your appearance and to work with your natural features, but it's also there to convey a mood and emotion and to suit your inner landscape. Colour is both a practical tool and also an emotional tool as well. And if we reframe how we think about colour analysis, rather than seeing it as a set of rigid rules that we absolutely have to abide by or else we have failed, instead view it as this flexible tool that we can pick up, put down whenever we choose to do so. It is up to you how much you choose to take on board colour analysis. So if you've had a colour analysis done and you found yourself to be in a season that you absolutely did not want to be in, please do let me know how it's gone. How have you chosen to continue wearing colours that aren't in your season and aren't technically the most visually harmonious colours on you? Share your tips and ideas down below. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments, because I'm really into colour analysis and I feel like it is such a divisive conversation as well. There's people like myself who really love it, and then people that view it as a scam and something that puts people in boxes, and I think that there is absolutely a middle ground to be had with it. So let me know down below your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.